Hey folks, today is Friday, August 21st, 2020. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, and we're here to talk about all the video game stuff that has been going on this week, and stuff is ramping up, so we should just jump right in. The first thing we gotta talk about is a gameplay trailer, a reveal of a new game that is sweeping the nation. Everybody's been talking about this. It's Black Myth Wukong. Out of nowhere, this 13-minute gameplay trailer dropped, and people are pretty blown away by it. Now, this is apparently from a Chinese studio, a small studio, that seemingly is putting out this game that looks AAA as hell. This is kind of becoming a trend. We've seen it also recently with Bright Memory Infinite. This kind of seems to be along the same lines, but this game looks damn incredible. Sort of maybe Souls-like, but with really interesting Chinese mythology influence, an incredible scale. Looks like some really exciting combat. I am very skeptical when I see these personally. Like, you see a trailer that looks incredible, made by an unknown team, and then you don't hear about it for a while, and then it turns out that it wasn't that great. That happens sometimes it doesn't. Here, I'm obviously hoping for the best because this does look crazy and creative and unique, and I think that's the most important thing. This is from Game Science Studio, and I want to point out, I think part of the reason why this made such a big splash is because the game was basically announced and revealed to people by just showing the game, showing the gameplay, no BS, and yeah, that's why we have so many people talking about it, and that's why it's been like trending and stuff. Also helps for the fact that, like, at least to me, like, this kind of really truly looks like a next gen type of game. Like, you look at this and you go, wow, cool, that kind of looks a little bit like the future we're moving towards. Of course, those are just my thoughts. If you want to watch the whole thing, the trailer is linked in the description below, as well as all the other news I'm going to talk about this week. I want to hear what you guys think, judging from the gameplay. I know a lot of people have complex thoughts about Chinese influence in the game industry most recently, but let's talk. Jumping off from that, though, we have to talk about one of my favorite things in the entire world, and that is Batman. So throughout kind of last week and this week, we've been getting teases for DC Fandome, which is going down. If you're watching this video on Friday, it's going down on Saturday, August 22nd. We know that we're getting a lot of announcements, particularly in the movie world, but also in the video game world. The Warner Brothers Montreal game, and of course, the Rocksteady Suicide Squad game. But lately, what's been capturing people's heads is all the social media teasers for Warner Brothers Montreal's game, which is seemingly like with the tease of Capture the Knights, Gotham Knights, something like that. And every day through a website that was kind of spelled out like redacted, there have been teases and clues and a whole trail that fans have been putting together. Shout out to people like, in that community, Arkham videos, Caboose, David Cage, like people putting together these clues and having fun and spreading it, leading to a lot of things, kind of like a tease of course, once again, the Court of Owls, also of what seems like a map, an open world map of Gotham City itself, which, like, obviously you would expect something like that. Also little glimpses of something like Batgirl and Two-Face, kind of alluding to them, hinting that they might be in the game. All of these clues and all of these teasers seemingly just led up to kind of like a trailer that you could get that says, hey, cool, see you in 24 hours. So it was kind of like a whole big rabbit chase, down the rabbit hole, just to kind of reveal a teaser for the teaser announcement. But people had fun doing it, right? So isn't that what matters? That's what they got. Maybe their perseverance and their clue solving will be rewarded, but as of the time of making this video, that's what we know. Thankfully, all will be revealed really soon. Of the little tiny things that I've heard, I think this one's going to be a little divisive, but that's all I know. I do gotta say, though, on another note, DC Fandome has been doing a pretty good job of making excitement for video game news and movie news quite a bit. I still am really just excited to see Rocksteady's game more than anything. But in other news, it looks like Ubisoft might finally be reviving a beloved franchise that fans have been begging for. No, it's not Splinter Cell, sorry. Prince of Persia might finally be resurfacing. A Prince of Persia remake has been seemingly leaked. The source and all of that is in the description below. Apparently a screenshot of a store listing, Prince of Persia Remake being the thing. We don't know what Prince of Persia it will be remaking. Maybe it is going from the original one from the 80s and kind of making it a new thing, or remaking the Sands of Time. I think either way, great, because if you remake Sands of Time, amazing. I also think that game doesn't really need to be remade, but it is so good. And then on the other side, if they take the original, like Jordan Mechner, Prince of Persia from back in the day, they could really do anything with it because the game was so lo-fi and simple. If this does turn out to be a thing, if this is legit, which it seems like it might be, Jason Schreier, who also often has scoops, did kind of allude to it being for real. This could be exciting. I really like the Prince of Persia franchise, so I'm hoping for the best. You know I like to keep optimistic, so yeah. Did you guys hear that? But in other news, some more delays, which seem to be becoming more of a thing lately. We know now that Deathloop is no longer coming in 2020. This is that Arcane Studios kind of Dishonored style joint. We now know it's coming the second quarter of 2021. And not only that, we also now know that Baldur's Gate 3's early access is being pushed to the end of September. It was already pushed, I believe, and now we have to wait until the end of September. I think that's going to be a good one. From what I got to see of the gameplay at a thing, it seems like it's pretty sweet. But I wonder what's next, if there are more delays coming. You know, we had Halo Infinite, which was big. Now we have these. I wonder if any more are going to trickle down as a result of like the virus and just production changes and stuff. Despite that, it seems like both console manufacturers are doubling down, saying no, these are still coming this year. Microsoft last week said, hey, we're still coming in November. PlayStation just put out a statement this morning saying we are still coming this holiday season. So there's that. Next up, this episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Now, we've all been spending a lot more time at home, so chances are you're definitely spending a lot more time online, which means it's a good time to express the importance of VPNs. ExpressVPN helps keep your information private from internet service providers and advertisers. Yes, incognito mode on your browser isn't enough. Your ISP still gets that data. ExpressVPN protects you from the outside by encrypting your data and rerouting your connection through a secure server. Personally, and I've said this before, I like using ExpressVPN for fun stuff when I run out of things to watch. ExpressVPN allows you to change your location so you can watch Netflix in other countries where they often have totally different stuff. Last week I watched Princess Mononoke and I, Tanya. It's super easy to set up. It's under $7 a month when you count our 3 months free promo, and you get a money-back guarantee. So take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description. It's here. It's expressvpn.com/gameranx. And thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring our videos. Thanks for that. Now, in some other news, some goofy stuff we want to share with you guys. It's all linked in the description below. I was told to include this because for some people out there, they're into this stuff. Supreme is doing a Mortal Kombat cabinet. It's essentially the arcade 1-up cabinet, but skinned with Supreme. And I know some hype boys out there are very into this. I do think it's really funny. I love the Mortal Kombat 2 art. It's like one of my favorite pieces of art from an arcade cabinet ever, with Raiden on the side, and it's really funny that they just slapped Supreme on his chest. That is the height of fashion, I'm told. I don't understand anything. I am rapidly aging. But yeah, that's a thing. Also linked in the description below are before you buys. I'm really tired. I put out 2 this week. A before you buy for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Shout out to Juan for helping me out with that. This is a really cool game considering I don't really like those types of things. I had a ton of fun. Then also, we finally put out a before you buy for Fall Guys. It's incredibly fun, really addictive. The hype is real. Maybe not for everyone, but it is a good time. Also linked in the description below, I always want more eyes on these types of videos. I've never really shouted them out before, but Ars Technica has a great video series called War Stories, and they put out deep dives with developers on just interesting little bits of lore and trivia about the history of game development. This week they put out one on the making of Diablo and some interesting things and decisions that were made and some things left on the cutting room floor that Diablo fans should definitely check out. Also linked in the description below, we got a new Hitman 3 trailer for a new location. We also know that it is going to be an Epic Games Store exclusive on PC, but the bottom line for me is I'm looking forward to that PSVR action. I really want to... Can I say that? Can I say that I want to kill someone in VR? That's probably, you should probably take that out. All of those things we talked about, all those videos and stuff are linked in the description below. But another story we want to talk about briefly is a follow-up from last week. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is now the official title. It's revealed. We got a teaser trailer that just basically kind of shows clips from history, from that Cold War era. Very cool stuff, honestly. We also got a look at the official art, the box art of the game. Very evocative of the history and things going on in this, I guess, roughly the 60s and 70s. Straight up, I'm just like hoping that there's a single player campaign. That's all I really care about at this point. You guys know what type of player I am. I love a good single player campaign. And the first Black Ops game did really creative and weird, wild things, so I'm hoping they're going back to that. Now, one other thing I really wanted to point out, an excellent pleasant surprise from the beginning of this week is Ghost of Tsushima Legends. This is going to be an add-on DLC that is co-op, a whole full-fledged co-op mode, and it looks damn incredible. It's more Japanese mythology based with like locations and enemies based around the old myths. There's going to be matchmaking and co-op play with up to 4 players, and there's going to be different abilities, character classes, co-op story modes, a wave-based type of thing. This seems pretty comprehensive, and the number one thing, I'm like throwing up my words. The number one thing is that it is going to be free. I am so pumped for that, and I just love the Ghost of Tsushima combat, especially once you unlock all the awesome abilities. I just can't wait to jump in with an imaginary friend I don't have. Seriously though, I think it looks good, and judging off the success of Ghost of Tsushima and then this free add-on, I think they should be applauded for something like that. But that is some of the video game news going on this week. We got to run. We got more videos to work on, and keep an eye on the DC stuff going on this weekend. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments, everything that... Jesus. Let's talk about everything, like the delays, all the game delays. Are they worrying you? Were you someone who was going to buy a new console day one? Are you playing on PC? Whoever you are, let's talk about that. I want to know what you're thinking about Ghost of Tsushima. I want to know what you're expecting from the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game and the Warner Brothers Montreal Batman game, the Gotham Knights type game. Let's talk about this stuff. It's pretty exciting. I want to hear from you guys, so let me know in the comments. Also, I do want to say that we're like right about to hit 6 million subscribers. That is insane. Thank you guys for coming along for this wild ride. Whether you're a day one ride or die from my old Pretty Much It days, I love you guys, to just if you hopped on recently, whoever you are, thank you. Whatever you come here for, thank you just for being here and watching. This is insane, and like we're grateful that we get to do this every day. Hope we help you guys out. But thank you for real for watching the Friday show. Clicking the like button helps. Subscribing is even better. I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Pizza's on me.